Okay, folks, let's go to my share. You can see the picture. Yeah, I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to bring it down right about there. I'm going to do a Command I. And I'm going to put this right about here so you can see what it is. So this is the 15 millimeter f1.8 taken by the D610. Okay. And I'll go back over here. So let's look at these pictures. This is the 50 to 150, I believe. Now, let me go back over here. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Now, you can see a little vignetting when I have it on 15 millimeters. When I put it on 100 millimeters, then it goes away. This is a DX crop lens on a full frame DSLR. I did have some problems in focusing, a little bit with the exposure, but I finally figured it out. So that's at 15 millimeters. That's one of the prettiest shots I've seen. And I like that shot right there. I think I'll send that to Jeff. But that's the 610 with the 50 to 100 millimeter. And it's the Sigma f1.8 DSLR ends. It's a DC. But I get out of focus now and then. Then I had to redo it. Same thing here. Then redo it. So the 610 had some problems, okay? Did the moon, finally got the exposure right. So there's some more pictures where it was out of focus. So I did have some problems with this lens and with the camera, but this is the D500 now. So it was with the lens, okay? And let me go back over here. So as you can see with the D500, I still using the, now this is the 10, so it might be, yeah, the 35 millimeter. The focal length is like a 52 in full frame, but it's a 1.8 lens, DX lens. You can see how sharp it is. And then I put out the 18 to 50, and it's not bad. It's at 3.5, but I'm showing off computers here. There's my dog, my cat. When I'm doing that, and then, yeah, this is the M4 Pro Mac Mini with the 3 ZRs and the cat. And that's a 3600, just doing some pictures with different lenses, different cameras. So we've had two. I think this is the Z6III now. Okay. So you can see the pictures are more sharp, work a lot better. And all I had to do is the exposure compensation to make it look beautiful. And there was a little out of focus here. So you can get that. This is the 100 to 150 again. And I believe it was on the Z6III. So I've been having some problems with that lens. But when it hits, it's right on the mark. So that's on 100 millimeter, that's 50 millimeter. And since it's in crop mode, you don't see the vignetting like you did on the D610. D500, you didn't see any vignetting also. But you can see how sharp it is. I like the lens. I think this is still the Z6III. Yeah. See, there's a hospital. They're clearing up a lot of stuff. I give them about maybe 2 more months, maybe. And there's my dog outside. This is still the 50 to 100. So basically I used 3 different cameras with that lens, and it did pretty good. I do see some spots right there. So we have to clean the camera. But now this is the ZR, okay? And I am using I think it's the yeah, the ZR. I'm trying to remember the lens. Oh, the 24 to 70. That's it. Now, this is my buddy Frames. I was having some trouble with my TV, and I finally got the color correction correct, because it was way off. And I asked him if I could use them. And sure enough, I finally got it set right after a long time. but you can see it looks much better now, and you can read the writing. And this is from the ZR with the 24-70 f2.8 version 2. And you can see how great this lens is. That's a little bit out of focus, but it was moving. And, I tried some different exposures, picture profiles, speeds. But you see, it looks sharp. So this is the warmer tone, and that's kind of warm. That's the cooler tone right there. So anyway, let's go back over here. So I've been messing with different cameras with basically the 50-100 with frames. I used the 24-70 f2.8. The version 2, it's an S lens, all in focusing. So the barrel doesn't telescope out or move. I'm loving the lens. It's great at nighttime. Let me go ahead and close that down. Go back over here. So what do you think? I got two DSLRs. The D500 did pretty good with the 50-100 after I got the focus. I did find out one thing, and the problem with this, and it bugs me, on the DSLRs, if I turn it on, and I'm going to have to move this to 18, live view, okay, I'm going to move my mouse so you can see it. And I am going to do this right here. So you can read it. Okay. Now, you see the focus point? All right. It kept going up here. That's why it was out of focus, or the lens would have been perfect. And what happened was I had it on the lock, and I thought the joystick was bad, so I had to get online, and they says, no, just hit the OK, and it'll come back. So let's say if I take a picture there, okay, it stays there, right? And I says, oh, it's broken. And he says, no, just hit that. That cancels the tracking, and it goes back to center. So I learned something new. I didn't know what happened because I never looked at the dot and lock. And of course, you have your I menu, and then you have your video and camera mode. And then, of course, the live view, you can just turn it off to save battery power. And what I also like is you can turn on the light. Oh, you can't see it because I got the lights on. But anyway, it's a great camera. I like it. Still learning some features. Yes, it's only a tilt screen. It doesn't, but it's pretty good. Okay. So you can go down here. I like that. I just wish they have something like this and then they tilt it out, or they can do to the side also. Or even like what the Z8 or Z9 do is. So if they come out with the Z900 or whatever they're going to call the new DX, I hope it has a full frame battery, 2 card slots, a bigger camera body, I wouldn't mind. And, of course, a hot shoe. So that's a hot shoe. And let's see what else. Yeah, I like the camera. This is the 18-55. 3.5 to 5.6G. It's okay. It's not as good as a Z, but with my work on the what I've done this weekend, I've done a lot of things, but basically I redid. I took my Sony studio down. I took off on the Panasonic the S1 R2 and the S5 2X. And then I just put the A6100 for the puppy kitty one. And then I put the FX30 where the S1R2 was. And it looks awesome. So my rule of thumb is you have two cameras, okay? So like on the DSLR, I have the 610, and then I have the DF. Then I have the kind of like the D500 as a backup. If, just to take it out for bird watching and stuff, or faraway shots of the deer. But like on the Z8, backup Z6III, I got the ZF out now, my fourth one, being looked at by Mr. Camera Junkie. Peter Gregg had it for about 3 or 4 weeks. And so it's now Mr. Camera Junkies. He's already rigged it out. You'll see it tomorrow on the live stream, on his live stream, Mr. Camera Junkie. He's really good at rigging out cameras. So anyway, so I have a backup with the Z8, with the Z6III. The Panasonic, the same thing. With the Sony, I got the A7CR and the A6700. So I took the A6700 off of the Sony, so there's no more Sony Studio. It's just a Panasonic and Nikon. Well, let me just call it Studio 64, okay? Because it has a Panasonic and Sony. And then I have the Nikon Studio right here. But just I'm getting rid of cameras, getting rid of lenses. I'm thinking I'm sticking with Nikon. I got Sony. I want to use more of the Panasonic. So that's why I have it all ready to go with camera lenses and stuff. And the same thing with the Nikon. Okay. So anyhow, um, I also want to stress on a camera where the next video I'll do is about dummy batteries. So these two, the center on the left, have the Nikon dummy battery. And then I had the Go 9, which doesn't keep the camera charged. It did well on Z6II, the Xpeed 6, all right, cameras. And you can see the little plug saying that it would, charge. But on the ZR, it just has the battery. So it kind of trickle charges a little bit. But when the battery runs down, then all I do is turn it off, unplug the power to the battery, wait about 5 seconds, plug it back in, turn it on. I got 100% again. So I got some coming in on Tuesday, and that will replace that battery. Then I'll have 2 extra dummy batteries, so I'll probably put that up for sale. But and then I got a camera coming in on Wednesday, and there'll be an unboxing. It is used, but I think you'll enjoy it. A lot of people are talking about it, just like with the ZR. And basically, I like 45 megapixels and then a 24 megapixels as a backup cameras. I like working with, let's say, the Nikon 1. I think they're neat little cameras. I like bringing them out and people ask questions about it. Same thing with the AC7R. Small camera. This is, what is it? And you just put on a small lens or anything like that, and it's a 45, no, it's a 61 megapixel camera. And uh, let's see what else. Yeah, that's about it. I sold all my Canon gear. Um, Reduce a lot of cables and stuff. I'm starting to get rid of stuff. I'm trying to figure out which ones I'm going to use, which one I need. I got some great Nikon glass, both on the F mount and Z mount. I have just about all of the Panasonic glass with a couple of Sigmas, well, quite a few Sigmas. Got rid of my Leica cameras and gear, except for the Leica Q3. So I got the two film cameras, the Canon AE1 program and the Nikon FM38 for film cameras. I got an old Kodak, but I don't use that anymore. Let's see. I got a couple of old Panasonic ones. My mom had one, Dean had one, I had one. Um, let's see. What else? Oh, I have the RX 100 Mark V version A and the Mark 7. And then I also have two ZV-1 Mark IIs. I also have the Fuji X-Half camera. I'm thinking of getting rid of that also. But basically, I like trying things out. I've done many things on different cameras. And if you want to check out the YouTube channel, that's what I have. But you can see about over 3,500 videos on different stuff, either car vlogging, testing the cameras out, um, the, you know, for overheating, for picture quality, for video, photographs. I do everything. And if you have any comments or any questions, I'll try to help you. The best way I've learned is if you type your question on Google and do a search, it should give you the answer, like it did with the D500 with the focus point stuck. And learned something new today. So anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.